Well, you know who else is at Citizens Bank Park right now? Our guy, John Foley. And this time it's going to work. We had Dancing Queen blasting. People could hear you with your walk-up song. John, it's been a fun day at Citizens Bank Park. Dogs at the park, boats at the park, but most importantly, another win at Citizens Bank Park. Can you talk us through what's the vibe going on outside of just the senior citizen stroll down at the ballpark tonight?
Yeah, first of all, let me clear something up. There have been some technical difficulties, but I was absolutely not part of the senior citizen stroll. I got a couple good years left. I heard you two talking.
What?
Jamie.
Never.
Yes, I mean, it's a party down here. Everybody just having a blast. Yeah, the puppies in the ballpark today. The seniors are strolling the bases with smiles on their faces. What else can you ask for from your Philadelphia Phillies right now? It's incredible. I mean, it's historic. I mean, two teams with two Phillies teams in 141, 142 seasons with a better record through 36 games than this. So it's a good time to be a fan. It's a good time to get down to the ballpark and be a part of the fun.
Yeah, John, I just saw a stat on Twitter that says the last time the Phillies played a team that currently has a winning record was March 31st. Now, that's a bit tongue-in-cheek because the San Diego Padres have a winning record, versus non-Phillies teams. Yeah. But that's kind of the beauty of this. And Barbara Carroll just made a comment in the chat. The Phillies are beating the teams they're supposed to beat. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the first half season struggles in years past were not being able to beat the Marlins, not being able to get 4-game sweeps, not taking advantage of the White Sox and these teams. So, that may be true, but I take that as an extreme positive for the length of the entirety of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen a lot of that discourse about the soft schedule. Just like you said, Jamie, they don't always take care of these teams that they're supposed to take care of. So very happy that they're doing that. I mean, in the end, over 162, the Phillies and the Braves, their schedule is going to be identical about, I think, 91, 92%. And part of that is because they can't play themselves. So, in the end, you can't complain about the schedule the way you can complain about the schedule in, say, the NFL. Because since they rearranged everything and sort of made every team play every team during the course of the season, 2023, I think, you're going to play the same exact teams. So the Phillies may be benefiting now from a softer schedule, and they'll get the tougher teams later. But there's nothing to complain about there because it's all going to come out in the wash.
Yeah, and you have to be able to beat the bad teams just like you have to beat the teams that are over 500 because, as you mentioned, you're going to play everybody. And to take care of business is very exciting. John, congratulations to you in order because you did predict and call for a sweep on Friday, and the Phillies did go out and do just that. Now, what have you heard from Rob Thompson or any post-game nuggets of information that you may have for us? I'm all about the nuggets that are coming out of the ballpark tonight.
Not a lot of great nuggies, Renee. It's funny, these pressers when everything's going well are so interesting. It's like, Rob, is this a great Phillies team or the greatest Phillies team of all time? There's nothing to complain about. Even Castellanos was on base 4 times today. I mean, what can you possibly be worried about? I think somebody asked a question about how do you keep the team from getting complacent or getting too high? Rob's answer to that was, these are professionals. They know what they need to do. They know it's a long season. Things are going well right now. But they're going to stay level-headed, and they're just going to keep plugging away.
So, John, either pre or post game or yesterday, you've been down there all weekend. We got to look at Stott at short today, but I would imagine, and it's just a guess, that Sosa probably gets the majority of the time at shortstop, and Stott plays short when you want to get Witt some run at second, and you kind of balance it that way. Does that kind of feel like what they're going to do here?
I think that's probably right, but I think it's very dependent on how things sort of go. I think Stott looked great at shortstop today. I mean, he did have the error that was brought up during Rob's presser, and it was sort of like, well, that didn't have anything to do with him playing short. It was a throwing error. Early on, I think maybe it was the first inning, he turned a really nice double play from the shortstop position. So Stott's a great option there. Sosa will get time. With Merrifield, he had texted Rob and said, "Look, I haven't played shortstop since college, but I'm willing to do it," which is one of the things you gotta love about Whit Merrifield. One of the things he brings to the team is the versatility, just a gamer, ready to do whatever helps the team. You gotta love that. So I think it's all a little TBD. We'll see how much we see it. It's started short. It's really a shame because you like to see a younger guy like Stott stick in one position and continue to progress. And people are talking about Gold Glove quality defensive second. Maybe he can do the same in short, but it's a shame to sort of have to mess with him. So we'll see what the solutions are.
Yeah, it's definitely been a weekend where we've seen a lot. Despite the sweep, there's been a lot that's changed since Friday. Trey Turner going down with a hamstring injury, out for 6 weeks. So now Bryson Stott becomes shortstop. See what I did there?
I did.
This is where that versatility and the ability to move guys around, Whit Merrifield, Sosa, where they come in, so valuable. Obviously, we even heard the updates about the plans for Spencer Turnbull and Taijuan Walker moving forward and the pitching in general. Since we haven't had a chance to chat with you since Friday, John, I'd love for you to share some of the keys from the updates that you heard this weekend from Rob and really just the overall morale coming out of these quotes that he's been sharing about the future moving forward, because it really does feel like just the next man up mentality right now.
Yeah, I mean, morale's sky high, despite the Turner injury, which is, to a lot of clubs would be devastating. One thing you think when somebody like Turner goes down, you need your other super duper stars to pick it up. And one thing you love to see from Bryce these last couple of games, Turner's out, and all of a sudden Bryce starts lighting it up. That's what a good leader does. That's what a superstar does, and that was fantastic to see. He's got a couple home runs in the last couple of days here, and you get the sense that he's ready to catch fire, maybe carry the team for a little bit. If you have to nitpick and find something maybe a little disconcerting, I would say you could take a look at their record against left-handed starters. Still is still somewhere around 500. And with Turner out, that puts more pressure on the other right-handed bats. Now Castellanos is starting to look a little better. Bowen's been playing out of his mind, but can you really count on that? And then the lefty stars on the Phillies aren't terrible at hitting lefties, but you do have the whole Marsh, Stott. Stott's going to have to play against some lefties now, no matter what. But this is just trying to find something to be concerned about with a team that is off to a historically fantastic start.